Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. It's no news in Nigeria that there has been so much agitation, unrest, insecurity. A lot of regions are demanding to secede from the country called Nigeria due to a lot of factors: marginalization, poverty, insurgents, insecurity. In fact, to mention but just a few. Even this 1st of October that just went by, a lot of regions showed their displeasure in diverse ways. Some had a sit-at-home order, others went about the street agitating for a free referendum and, of course, to secede out of the country, while others were demanding for better governance by demanding for revolution now as a protest in Nigeria. A lot of things happened, and a lot of things are still happening. Well, all those while things were happening, the clergymen were a bit calm over the situation, over the politics. Well, one of the very prominent men of God in Nigeria, well respected, have spoken up, and he brought a solution that I think we should look into. I've never heard of it in this light, but it's worth listening. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, this particular clergyman is not in the habit of warning, but he's actually warning, as the Pastor Adeboye disclosed this in an event to commemorate with the 60th independence anniversary of Nigeria, where the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, has warned of a possible collapse of Nigeria if the Muhammad Buhari-led government looks on while the country plugged into various insurgencies and criminalities. Pastor Adeboye disclosed this at an event to commemorate the 60th independence anniversary of Nigeria, co-organized by the Redeemed Christian Church of God and the Nehemiah Leadership Institute. He said the restructuring of the country must be done as soon as possible to forestal a breakup of the various socio-ethnic components that made up Nigeria. He proposed an adoption of a measure of the British style of government and the American style of government to pave the way for Nigerians' future. He will explain. He said, why can't we have a system of the government that is 100% Nigerian, unique to us? For example, we started on with the British system of government. Somewhere along the line, we moved over to the American system of government. Can't we have a combination of both and see whether it could help us solve our problems? Because in mathematics, if you want to solve a problem, you try what we call real analysis. Then if it doesn't work, then you move on to complex analysis and see whether that will help you. If that fails also, you move on to vector analysis and so on. I believe we might want to look at the problems of Nigeria in a slightly different manner. Some people feel that all our problems will be over if Nigeria should break up. I think that is trying to solve the problems of Nigeria as if it is a simple equation. The problems of Nigeria will require quite a bit of simultaneous equation, and some of them are not going to be linear either. Forgive me, I'm talking as a mathematician. He continues, why can't we have a system of government that will create what I would call the United States of Nigeria? Let me explain. We all know that we must restructure. It's either we restructure or we break. You don't have to be a prophet to know that one. That is certain. Restructure or we break up. If we have a prime minister and we have a president and we share responsibilities between these two so that one is not an appendage to the other. For examples, if the president controls the army and the prime minister controls the police, if the president controls the resources like oils and mining, and the prime minister controls finance and inland revenues, taxes, customs, and so on, you just divide responsibilities between the two. At the state level, you have the governor and the premier, and the same way you distribute responsibilities, these people, in such a manner that one cannot really go without the other. Maybe we might begin to tackle the problems. If we are going to adopt the model, then we need to urgently restore the House of Chiefs. I have a feeling that one of our major problems is that we have pushed the traditional rulers to the background. And I believe that is a grave error. Without any doubt, we must restructure and do it as soon as possible. A United States of Nigeria is likely to survive than our present structure. Wow. I've been hearing things, I've not heard it in this fashion. Although he came with analysis of mathematics, for some of us who have, okay, doesn't need an introduction, Pastor E.A. Adejare Enoch Adeboye is the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. There are several branches in all over the world, particularly in Nigeria. Now, the unique thing about his analysis is that he has, though he has not, yes, restructured, yes, but he has indirectly removed decentralized power even in the center, such that one person does not command so much. He will not hold the whole country to ransom on security. He will also not hold the country to ransom on finance, which means if Nigeria must borrow, the two of them must sit together and agree on several things, which also means that if a region is the prime minister, a different region will be the president. And if the president is the one controlling the army, he shouldn't also be the one controlling the police, which means the other region will be controlling police. That way, no particular region will hold the whole country to ransom. Like what we are seeing right now with the Fulanis having a field day, doing what they seem to become a norm to them. And now almost every region is bemoaning their fate over what Fulanis are having. I'm talking about the headsmen now. Yes, much as nobody wants to say anything about it, but we all know, we are crying it out every day and seeing the menace they cause every time. Now imagine, just let's look at this critically. Yes, he's saying, for he has said it all. It's a warning, and he even said it doesn't even need you don't need a prophecy for us to see that the agitations are coming, more groups are coming up. In fact, they took it a step further. October 1st, some those in diaspora went to embassies to register their displeasure. Those who agitated here agitated like a Moyele Sowore that talked about the issue of a revolution now. He went to American embassy in Abuja and also demanded for better governance. Other persons follow. Aisha Yusuf for same thing. Okay, but now it's obvious that if restructuring is not done and done very fast, it's sacrosanct. It's almost a done deal that there may likely be a breakup. There's heating up. There's the politics has been heated up so much. Look at what is happening with the issue of the Biafran struggle coming into play. We have heard that Nnamdi Kanu. We all know the roles Nnamdi Kanu is playing. So if restructuring is not done and done very fast, I'm afraid what he's saying is going to come to pass. Now, he's not just saying restructure and giving power to the regions alone. He's saying even in the center, one person shouldn't hold it. Now, what you also mean, he now brought it down to even the states. There shouldn't be just one governor. Okay, one person is holding the other power. Yes, now that also brings us very quickly to the vice. Somebody will say, what about the role of the vice president? If we have the president from one particular region, the vice president is from another region. But if you look at it very properly, let's be realistic here. In Nigeria, as at today, even as at the past, the president holds most of the power, and the vice president is almost like figurehead. They have just little power. They only step into the power of the president when probably the president is not on seat or is sick or is on leave, and when power has been transmitted to him, which means, like Pastor E.A. Adeboye has said, it's almost as if it's an appendage. They are not on the same level. But what he's saying is that make the same power that is available. Remove the issue of vice president, let there be prime minister, and let there also be president. Share equal power, but you have a jurisdiction. Your jurisdiction ends here, my jurisdiction starts here, so that I checkmate you. We work in synergy, but we also check ourselves. That way, together we make the country work. And this particular system will be only unique to Nigeria. Because America practice their own kind of system of governance, English practice their own system of governance. Well, this is new. We do not know if the government of the day will, accept it, but it's an idea worth brooding over. But of course, those who are seceding, for some, if they begin to see that the country will truly restructure, just maybe some agitation may reduce. But of course, where I'm looking at this, I don't know if Biafra agitation will cease anytime soon. But at least it's worth thinking and brooding over. Okay, but let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Honestly speaking, what do you think about this idea? I feel it's a nice one. Okay, in the midst of this whole crisis that's ongoing in the country, I feel it's worth considering for those who still want to save one Nigeria. For those who are tired of it, may not be a welcome idea. But let's hear your views. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take on this?